And taking their time, the meadow of millions of flowers finally in full bloom at the Tower of London. Now, let us take you to the Tower of London, best known for its rich history, right now transformed into a meadow of millions of flowers. 20 million seeds were planted in the moat earlier this year, and despite some challenges, shall we say, from the unpredictable British weather, it's now in full bloom. Let's join Alice, who is among them this evening. Hi there.
Riz, it's called superbloom, and this is why. These flowers, of which there are 29 varieties, completely fill up the moat here at the Tower of London. It's the biggest transformation of the moat since it was drained in 1845. So I've been taking a look to find out how they've done it. So Rhiannon, what was the idea of superbloom?
The idea of superbloom was to do something really spectacular for the Platinum Jubilee, to create something where visitors could come down into the moat and really enjoy the space down here. We hadn't done that before. So in nature there are lots of natural superblooms where dormant seeds in the land burst into life if the conditions are right. It's quite a unique thing to happen, and we felt that that had a nice parallel with the Platinum Jubilee, which is a unique moment in our history.
So how did you set about creating this superbloom in time for the Platinum Jubilee?
Well, we had to do quite a lot of work. This place had never had anything growing in it before. It was just a mown lawn. So we brought in 10,000 metric tons of engineered soil, and then we planted around 20 million seeds over 5 days.
Now, we know that the superbloom didn't quite make it in time for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. Tell us what happened.
Well, we had a very cold and dry April, so we planted all of our seeds in the last week of March, and they usually take 8 to 9 weeks to flower, so that would have been bang on for the Jubilee. But there was very little rainfall in April. It was very cold. There was more frosts in April than there were in February, and so the seeds didn't quite grow as quickly as we wanted them to. There were a lot of blooms out for the Jubilee weekend, but it wasn't the full flush that we were hoping for. But now, as you can see, it's all come out, so it's looking really beautiful.
Well, I'm joined now by Tom OLeary, who is a head of public engagement here at Historic Royal Palaces. This was once a no-go area, just a lawn, and now it's a feeding ground for all kinds of insects.
Yes, no, this was essentially just plain grass. We held the occasional event in here, but it wasn't open to the public. And now, as you can see, we've planted over 20 million seeds in here in late March. It's now grown into this incredible new biodiverse habitat that's now here in the heart of the City of London.
And we talk about biodiversity, but in practice, what does that mean? We've seen some bumblebees, but there's plenty of other creatures.
We're calling this a royal banquet for pollinators, and it's if you're down here during the day, it's full of bees. We've seen dragonflies down here, butterflies, even saw a hummingbird moth in here the other day, and it's this new kind of location now for the pollinators of London to come and feed up. And so from this plain grass, we've now created this incredible resource of pollinators, and it's here to stay, which is really exciting.
You've got another attraction which we should talk about, an attraction for the humans. Tell us about the slide.
Yes, well, we've got this 4-lane slide just in the background there, so we invite you to slide down into the superbloom, which we think is a rather fun way to arrive. It's recycled from our friends at the National Trust, and you don't have to come in on the slide, but it's a rather lovely, fun way to arrive in the flowers.
And just tell us about the future. You're going to keep this kind of arrangement here. People can visit it throughout the summer. Tell us about the ticket price and how long it's open for.
Well, yes, this is here to stay. It'll be here year on year. We're going to evolve it into this permanent new feature of the Tower of London. But for this summer, we're open till early September. It's £12 for an adult. If you combine it with visiting the Tower of London and make it a whole day out, it's £36. And so we think it's great value to come in and walk around the moat, all 14,000 square metres.
It's a lot of walking, and it's a feast for the eyes. Tom OLeary, thank you very much. Riz, back to you.